And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So USC's offense will have the football first. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David, and I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams were going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And this is not the way they envisioned the opening drive going with the third and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We've got to rattle him. We've got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
The Trojans will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So Miami's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can...
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks like he's going to try to return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on! Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it in at the 40. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Bunch formation for these receivers.
Here we go.
They'll run it to the right. Oh, he's got a chance. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Back to throw, it's Beck. He's got him. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Intercepted to stop the threat.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover zero, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
To the air on first down. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here's the punt, and he's done better. Not much on that one. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And the Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed. He's got it alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and he hit it off the left upright. No good. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off the play fake on first down. And down he goes back at the 3.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on 3rd down? I mean, you got 3rd and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense, and now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
And the Trojans will punt this one away. I'm not sure if he could have kicked it farther by using his knee, but it's not exactly the longest punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Makes the grab. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a 1st down.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Caves! And the beatdown has ensued.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. You couldn't ask for better starting field position. The drive covers 26 yards, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
The Trojans send out the punt unit. Makes the catch right at the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Great place to start for this offense. The run from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. And the Canes will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Ohio Bobcats offense will have the first crack at it in this one. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win? What style's going to prevail? Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
The Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the fullback. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Dropping back, it's Owens. Under fire. He'll pull it down. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll return it from around the 50. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Miami's offense will go to work for the first time. Looking for a gap. It's Fletcher. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Gets it out quickly. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give out of the gun. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Going for 6. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Using the quick game. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Black. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it near midfield. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive. On this drive. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Right down the middle. Makes the grab, it's Johnson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. And the Bobcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finding open areas. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. He might have been looking just to set up his offense, but he put a touchdown on the board with that 92-yard return. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Davidson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Makes the catch. It's Miller. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Fullback's got it. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking for a man. It's Owens. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
Punt is on its way. And the returner is stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Here's the handoff. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Touchdown, Miami! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davidson. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
Offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. They'll try to get it in with the run. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
On the set.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Now.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And the defense drags him down.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
The Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Running to Green. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44.
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spiders.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Beck. He lobs one high down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Black. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring it on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple...
Hits the afterburners! Touchdown, Canes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, they wanted to be aggressive in the passing game, and they didn't waste a lot of time. They take a shot vertically down the field to their star player. He makes the play, and he makes the defense pay.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They are set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Presley. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Georgia State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works. while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes, because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
And the Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Smashes ahead. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Give to the running back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he'll bring it back. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Here's a heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The spin, still on his feet. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Dropping back, it's back. Grabbed over the middle, it's dealt. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And here's the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes second and third. Throw time running short in the half. Caught in the backfield. It's Clay. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Stands in and takes the hit. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass, it's Beck. Finds his back in the middle. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Presley. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down. Baby.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. Quickly complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
He's got the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Making side adjustments here. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Pressure coming.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is
Headed to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brinson. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA
It's in the game.
UMass will kick off and will be underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Miami's offense will have the football first. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the
breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane!
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So UMass offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today.
Here we go.
They'll try the run. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's right. Finds his big tight end. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Handoff from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
UMass will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. That's why you had a big play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy
lets it fly deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. To throw, it's Beck. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Absolute shank. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The UMass offense returns to the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Nice play by this defense again, and I feel like it's a broken record, doesn't it, guys? Like, seriously, both defense playing at a high level. Which offense can get a spark, make a big play, and get something going?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's right. Pressure coming. All bottled up, and now the ball is free. A loose pigskin in the end zone, and the defense is all over it. A fumble recovery for a touchdown.
It's a defense that plays with great effort. You saw it right there. Creating the fumble, jumping on the loose ball for a score. What a momentum-shifting play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's sticky. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. Now the play fake. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking downfield, it's right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Looking to throw, it's right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. This should be the last play of the quarter. The give to the fullback. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to pass. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. UMass quickly back to the line. They'll go to the air on third and short. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long, so let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Green 25.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. And the Hurricanes will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Hawaii's offense will start this game off. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
The Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the move, it's Peoples. Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
On third down, he drops to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Punt is on its way. special. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Handoff to the fullback. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism.
And down he goes back at the 3. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Finding an escape route. So Miami's offense will try to get something going with their first possession.
Okay, ready? Jackrabbit.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Give to the running back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. There he goes. Powers through. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field.
Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Turns it on at midfield. Flying down the left side. He's at the touchdown, Miami. And the stomping has commenced. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
The Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game, because it's been able to freeze these defenses. It's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They'll try to get it in with the run. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. This one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching.
Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. The Hurricanes offense comes on the field first today. And Kirk, of course, when we talk about this offense, it has to revolve around the guy under center.
Well, anytime you have a guy like this, it always gives you a chance to win a football game. He can do it all, and most importantly, he has a great connection with the offensive coordinator.
And it's a bunch formation. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Breaks an open space. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
Looking for his big tight end, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Second down play coming up. And the back now goes in motion. Looking to throw. It's back. Lets it go quickly. Fired into a tight window and picked off. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
All right, let's get it. Right.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Now the pass rush gets home.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. They've got him. Again, he couldn't escape.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Oh, they get him again.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's fourth down and long.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Coverage team gets him down, and that'll do it for the first period. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. He finds some space. Here he goes. Touchdown, Canes. They strike first in this national title bout.
Just all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. Kickoff out of bounds. The ball will be spotted up at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Hey, single, single. Let's go. Ready?
Scanning the field. It's Wimsatt. The receiver grabs it. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. They got him again. He's like a statue back there.
Boy, this defense is having a game. So much pressure, so many sacks already. We're not even to halftime. The offense better do a better job of protecting, and I think the offensive coordinator needs to make some adjustments in his pass pro to give this quarterback a chance.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Looking to kick it away for the second time. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And they get the completion. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. In the clear at the 25. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Miami. Way too much speed on that play.
Well, it was just a matter of time till this guy found a seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that 2nd and 3rd level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Returner looking to make a play here. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Dropping back. It's Wimsatt. Bringing pressure. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I do not want to see the game film. This has been a tough game for the big boys. It appears almost like they've just been moonwalking the entire game, and they've been pushed all around. That's 6 sacks surrendered already in this game.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Handoff heading left. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. The Canes will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage, but he should have left the ball in the end zone. So the drive begins here backed up at their own 9. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
You get to the national championship, Chris. more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Looking to pass. It's Wimsatt. Pass is incomplete, but a flag is down in the backfield. They may have roughed the quarterback. That roughing the passer gives the offense a first down.
Let's go.
Quarterback shaking off that hit, but the roughing the passer penalty gives the offense 15 and a first down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Now it's second down here.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this.
Swarm with a pass rush. A sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to.
Just standing there, gets hit again.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. And looking to throw now on first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
On the set.
Important second down play coming up. Dropping back. It's back. Makes a quick grab. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is four-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. They make the stop, but that moves the football to the 16. It'll be first down. The Canes keep the football on the move.
Here we go.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Brought down after a short gain. Now it's four fingers in the air. Get ready for the fourth coming up. And Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Pounding away with the run game. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Well, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
First and goal, handoff. Touchdown, Hurricanes! This offense cannot be stopped.
You know, some people get really upset when you run up the score like this, but for most of the players out there, I think they get it. When you're ahead, you want to win by 100, and when you're behind, you just want it to end.
And now here comes the point after attempt. The extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Back to pass. It's Wimsatt. On the run here. Lets it go. Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space, and a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. He escapes the pocket. Escapes the pocket. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down. The offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Here comes a first down pass attempt.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Short connection to the tight end here.
Man, Chris, when you're down by a couple of scores late in a game like this, you need to find matchups where you can get the ball thrown downfield. Here it's a completion, but it doesn't get them very much. Now they've got a 4th down play coming up.
It's 4th down and 4 as they try to keep the drive going. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, what a grab! They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. They come up and quickly spike it, stopping the clock. Second down play coming up for this offense. To the air, it's Wimsatt. Running out of time in the pocket. Just flings it out of bounds with the pass rush closing in.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
The offense needs 10 yards on this 4th down to keep the drive going. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this 4th down play in the 4th quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
Cricket.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pen him in.
Ready?
And that knee should do it. We have our national champions. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. I'd say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as the top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. So Miami's offense trots out there to open this game. Well, this quarterback has earned a reputation as being one of the elite guys in the sport, Kirk. Just an electric skill set.
Yeah, this is a guy that can really do everything for you. They do a nice job of building their offensive game plan around his skill set, and I think this offense trusts every decision he makes.
They're going to run it. Passes the 40. He's found some room at the 45. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Canes. They draw first blood in this national title game.
Chris, you talk about an unbelievable way to start this game off. First play of the game, and we got a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team flying downfield. Not much gained on that return. The Black Knights offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Handoff here from the shotgun. Powers through.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that previous play. He's running out of time here. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. To the air, it's Howard. A deep shot to the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. And the Black Knights will line up to boot it away. This will be the first punt tonight for this offense. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Miami offense is back on the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? Looking to throw it on 1st down. And he dumps it off to the tight end.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
A completion makes it 2nd down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking for his back. Catch made on the right side. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. Touchdown, Miami. Strong game by this quarterback.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
And they get set now to try the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And now the handoff. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Bring the pressure and down he goes.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the second sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Trapped again in the pocket.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. So here we go. The first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Has the first down and more. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Got it.
And the Canes are in the red zone.
Clear. Clear.
Looking downfield. It's back. The pass rush closing in. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see.
He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Oh, man, these guys will not be stopped. You're talking about putting up points before halftime and then really putting some distance on the scoreboard. This defense is officially reeling.
Lining up to try the extra point. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. The Hurricanes will kick this away to get the second half going. Turn starts inside the 15. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. Eager to get something going as we begin the third quarter. Cut in to this huge lead. They're going to run the option. They'll tackle him at the 27.
And the defense is all over the option on this play. That play didn't have a chance from the beginning.
We're trying to run it with the option. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in the keeper.
Back to pass. It's Howard. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. And the Black Knights will line up to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. He's a dangerous returner. Found a good lane there. They finally get him, but excellent field position at the start of this drive. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments, come up with a stop here. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Here we go.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Grabbed by the receiver. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12.
Of all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't the score.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. First down. We're going to throw the football. Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. We're just 1 quarter away from crowning a national championship. Let's check out the game summary so far. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. To throw, it's Howard. Finds an open target on the left side. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Second down, we're going to throw it. He lets it go on the move, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down. And the Black Knights come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Back to throw again. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So after the incompletion, it's second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. And the Black Knights come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Oh, they trap him for a sack. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. needs a completion here on 4th down. Looking for a late deep shot. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field.
Well, they just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down late in a game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. This was clearly just not their day.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. The Hurricanes looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here.
Get set, get set.
Tailback takes the handoff again. Tackle made after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They make the tackle, but that first down should be the clincher for our new national champions. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.